It's so exciting. I need to see what is in there. It has been hidden for 2,000 years.
For centuries, the world has searched for one of the world's greatest queens, forever lost to time, until now. The search may finally be over. After nearly 2,000 years, the mystery of Queen Cleopatra's final resting place may finally be unraveling, and what archaeologists have just uncovered has the entire world in disbelief. Deep beneath a sunken Egyptian port, new evidence has emerged that could rewrite everything we thought we knew about Egypt's last pharaoh. The discovery, led by Dr. Kathleen Martinez, is being hailed as one of the most extraordinary finds of the century, and experts are hardly able to believe what they're seeing. The deeper they dig, the closer they may be to uncovering Cleopatra herself, and the truth that could change ancient Egyptian history forever. The Forgotten Temple at Taposiris Magna and the Early Clues. West of Alexandria, where the desert meets the Mediterranean, the ruins of Taposiris Magna rise quietly from the sand. Crumbling limestone walls, toppled columns, and faded hieroglyphs are all that remain of what was once a thriving temple complex. To a passing traveler, it might look like any other ancient site, until one considers its name, the Great Tomb of Osiris. It was here, centuries ago, that Egyptians once worshipped the god of the afterlife, Osiris, and his divine consort, Isis. The temple's history stretches back to the early Ptolemaic period, when Greek rulers of Egypt adopted native religious customs to strengthen their rule. By the time Cleopatra came to power in 51 BC, the cult of Isis had become central to royal identity. Cleopatra was not merely a ruler. She was presented as the living embodiment of Isis herself. That connection would prove vital. For generations, archaeologists overlooked Taposiris Magna, focusing their efforts on Alexandria, where the queen's palace once stood. Excavations in the early 20th century revealed statues, catacombs, and fragments of Greek inscriptions, but few considered the temple anything more than a provincial shrine. Then, in the early 2000s, a new figure entered the scene, Dr. Kathleen Martinez, a lawyer-turned-archaeologist from the Dominican Republic, driven by a lifelong fascination with Cleopatra's story. Kathleen's theory began not with artifacts, but with ancient texts. She pored over the writings of Plutarch, Strabo, and other classical historians, noticing an odd absence of detail regarding Cleopatra's burial. The Romans said she and Mark Antony were buried together in a beautiful tomb, but they didn't say where. To Martinez, this omission seemed deliberate. Cleopatra had been vilified in Roman propaganda as a seductress and foreign queen. Her final resting place may have been intentionally concealed to erase her from history, or to protect it from desecration. She believed that if Cleopatra truly saw herself as the new Isis, her tomb would be hidden in a place sacred to that goddess. Taposiris Magna fit every symbolic requirement. It was devoted to Osiris and Isis, lay near the coast, and contained subterranean passages typical of funerary sites. She proposed that Cleopatra might have chosen to be buried there, uniting herself with the gods she worshipped and the myths she embodied. Dr. Kathleen persuaded Egypt's Supreme Council of Antiquities to grant her a permit to excavate the site. It was a bold step. Many experts doubted her theory. Still, she began carefully clearing the sand-choked corridors of the temple, mapping every structure and documenting every object. Her work soon yielded results. Within the first season, her team uncovered a series of catacombs and burial shafts beneath the temple floor, deep, narrow tunnels carved into the bedrock, sealed for centuries. Inside were mummies wrapped in linen and resin, adorned with gold-covered amulets. These were not royal burials, but they hinted that the temple complex was more than a simple religious center. It was a necropolis, a city of the dead. Then came the most tantalizing clues of all: coins bearing Cleopatra's face. Stamped with her unmistakable profile, her sharp nose, regal brow, and the double diadem of a Hellenistic queen, these coins confirmed that the site was active during her reign. Alongside them, Martinez's team found bronze figurines of Isis, stone busts that appeared to depict Cleopatra, and fragments of inscriptions that linked the site to the late Ptolemaic period. The deeper they dug, the more the evidence seemed to converge toward Dr. Kathleen's hypothesis. Each find pointed to a queen determined